Don't we all love nachos or crisps or potatoes? Now today I'm going to show you a wonderful healthy recipe that you will enjoy with your friends, families, and above all your kids. I never bring any nachos or chips into my house unless for the crisps to be hand baked from whole potato. So today we're going to be making those Zaatar potato triangles in the likes of nachos. Ale, let's go and do it. A fusion of my homemade Zaatar mix, boiled potatoes with the skin, a small amount of whole wheat flour, and semolina. Most important, it is healthy, it's easy, you could do it in no time, and they're super delicious. You could use as an appetizer, a snack, meze, or cracker with your favorite dip. I'd like you to look how crunchy and crispy that cracker is. You see how it's made of beautiful ingredients. Listen to that. Allez, bon appétit. صحة وألف هنا. Wow. Absolutely amazing. Let's have a look at the ingredients of our crackers or chips today. We start up with 100 grams of whole wheat flour, 200 grams of semolina. I want it to be rough, not fine. 300 grams of Zaatar mix. This is my homemade recipe. Now you could look at the playlist and see how we make this. Half a kilo of potatoes that I have boiled. We need 300 milliliter of water, 15 grams of dried yeast, 5 grams of sugar, and olive oil as we go along. Into our large bowl, we're going to add all of our dried ingredients, and then we're going to mix by a fork or a spoon. Lastly but not least, the yeast and the sugar. Onto that, I'm going to add my water, and we're going to give a good mix. And onto that, for the time being, I'm going to add about 30 milliliter of Greek olive oil. After kneading for about a couple of minutes, I'm going to leave this overnight for about 12 to 24 hours, more likely like 24 hours, and the next day we're going to work it. Now onto our potatoes, we take a spoon of yogurt, about 30 to 40 grams of that. We add to it. We add 30 to 40 milliliter of Greek olive oil, and we're going to blend with the blender. With the skin, of course. Off we go. You will have a thick texture. We're going to put in the fridge now. After 24 hours, our dough has doubled in size. I had worked my dough twice. I just took out my potato and yogurt from the fridge. I'm going to mix both of them, and I will put a spoon of baking powder. And now that I'm going to add my baking powder, I'm going to knead it and put it on the baking tray overnight. It will be okay, healthy, no problem. So I put about 20 grams of baking powder. My batter is perfect. We mixed the potato and the yogurt and the dough. Now it's ready. I'm going to flatten it on my baking tray. I would need to wet my hands with a bit of olive oil in order not to stick on my hands. Simply spread it out like that. I use a spoon and I'm going to flatten the surface. I'm going to cut into the shape I like. There you go, my triangle shaped nachos or chips. They're going to be resting on the kitchen counter for about 7 to 8 hours. It's the next morning into a preheated oven at 170 Celsius. Not more than that. We're going to bake for about, I would say, 30 to 40 minutes. It's 50 minutes at 170 Celsius. Now, I don't want to overdo it. Let me check. You see? It's a bit harder now. What I'm going to do, leave it for 5 minutes, and I'm going to turn off the oven and leave it inside the oven. Now we're going to leave outside until totally cold. We cut, we put on a platter.